Hello everyone. I decide to pop live on a Wednesday night here. I've been trying since the shut-in or COVID-19 to be at least live on YouTube once a week. I went 14 days straight and then I said I would try once a week. I'm gonna wait and see. Hopefully I put on public. Let me double check one thing. Let's hope I did set that good here. Let me double check this. Oh, yeah, I'm good. Okay. One time I went not public, so nobody could join. So here I am. So I decided to pop in, and I'm going to be using a beautiful day that is a stamp set that barely see the ink. And we're going to do a no line watercolor. I wanted to do that forever. I done this one, and then the stamp set is getting retired. So I'm like, well, it's time to do a video. So hello, come on in, come on in. So that's what we're going to do. And I want to remind you also that tomorrow it's the last day of April. And if you wish, if you didn't get it yet, to get the customer appreciation with a note of $40, you would get this lovely project. I'm going to bring you down and share it with you. It's awesome. So tomorrow it's the last day. So let me flip you down and we're going to get started. I will update this year with the supplies we're using. I will update that after the live because I'm switching the colors and so on. So it can, I'm not sure what we're going to do. It's a little bit of create on the fly. So let me put down, somebody it's down for, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful here. And let me push down. And I think I need to go a little bit this way. Okay, let me adjust my lighting just a little bit here. Won't be long. It's gonna get better. Don't worry. Here we go. And here. Here we go. That looked pretty good at my end. Let's hope it's good at your end. And let's get going. So I got, this is the project for this month. We work as a team, my team, and this month I designed the project. And it is a box. It's really, it's two-piece. That's it. It's so simple. And in this, it is 8 cards. And each set of cards, I say set for 2, it's using one piece of 6 by 6 of the designer series paper, the best dress. So here is one. That is the same print. It's all the designer series paper, it's made of a 6 by 6. Here is another one. Again, it's all just one piece. And some piece, you get some bits and pieces inside because I used the full piece. It was no waste. Here is another one. This is kind of a simple one, but then I'm sure someplace inside I got a piece. See, everything it's used. And then I got this one. So that is my customer appreciation for this month. And this month, it's almost over. So this box fits exactly your 8 cards, also with 8 envelopes. It would make a great Mother's Day gift, teacher's gift, auntie, grandma, name it. It would make a lovely gift. So this is your last chance. You can visit my blog at FrenchieStamps.com. And right there on the right are every post. I list that the hostess code, and this month this is the hostess code. let me move this out of the way here. Here we go. That's the Host Code with an order of $40 before tax and shipping. You're going to get the PDF. And right now, it is a great time to shop. I don't know if you look at the retire list. Stampin'Up went diggity dog bomb with the retire list with all the markdown. I mean, amazing, amazing price on many of the products. So you don't want to miss out. Okay, I got a piece of watercolor paper here. I don't even know what it measures. I just grabbed a piece before going live. So this one measures 5 by 3 3/4, and maybe we're going to trim it. When it's a no-line watercolor, so if we're rendering what we're doing, this is about what we're doing here. I say about because I'm going to do different colors. You want a light color to stamp your image. So I'm going to go ahead and use Sarah Sand to stamp my image. So let's go ahead and I'm going to ink this here. And it don't have to be in good because really I don't want no lines, right? Just a little bit. And I can always, let me think here. I can always use the same color, and you really, that would have been even better. So you know what? It's two-sided, the paper. So I'm switching my mind. Looking at the one I did, I had stamped in Rococo Rose. I'm stamping in Daffodil Delight. But what I'm going to do is, let me bring a scratchy paper here. I'm going to ink this, stamp off, and then stamp on. I think that's going to be better if I use one of the, yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. I know you barely can see it at your end. Let me bring that closer. So this way, it's going to smear. Can you use other set to do this technique? Absolutely. You can use any set. I like this set because it's big and it's easy to focus on. I would say this set, it's a great choice for beginner. Can you use other set? Absolutely. You just need an outline stamp set. So that's the one that I'm using. And this stamp set, it's getting retired. So, and I had done that before. Knowing it was retired, I wanted to shoot a video, and I'm like, well, it's no use shooting a video and not being able to post it if people cannot buy this set. So I decided to go live tonight while you still can buy the set. So I'm going to bring right here, that look, let me bring that up here. I got a clear block here. I got Mango Melody. I'm going to put that some right there. I got Daffodil Delight, and you're going to say, why in the world are you using Bermuda Bay for that? That's what I would have think about 5 years ago. It's no butterfly Bermuda Bay. We got the most, they're a swallowtail though, most beautiful swallowtail. This is not a swallowtail. Swallowtail, it's with like, here it go very pointy. They are like that Bermuda Bay or like a turquoise blue with some yellow. They're amazing. So that's why tonight I decided to do that because I saw one of the butterfly today. So for this, you guys won't believe it, but I washed my hanky rack. It's just thin. I'm going to make sure your brush is wet. So if you're not familiar with this, our aqua painter, you just open the barrel, fill it with water. That's it. Now, I'm going to start with the center here, right here. I'm going to do that with, I want to add a bit of water before I color. And I find that that is the trick to watercolor, it's to wet your paper first. So I'm going to go with Daffodil. Just take a little bit of the water there. and add my color. Here we go. And then I'm going to come here. This is kind of tough to do live because a lot of time I like to let dry in between my section so then the color won't mix. So we're going to see how we can manage that tonight. Now I'm going to use, I should do right here. Still add some on my, and let me add more water here. You know what? I still have quite a bit of color on that. Just a little bit more here. Here we go. So now you can already kind of see how it's going to go, right? Okay, now what I want to do is wash this here. Rinse that off. What paper did you use? Watercolor paper, my dear. Watercolor paper. Now I'm going to go at the body here. It's hard to see the body. And I'm going to use some of the Bermuda Bay. Here we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and do all this here. This one, this one, this one, this one. That's going to be done with Bermuda Bay also. So let me do that with Bermuda Bay. And you know what? Just because I don't want it to bleed too much in between the yellow and that, I'm going to just dry this a little bit. I'm going to use that quite a bit tonight. Normally, I would just let it dry naturally. But you see here, it's bleeding quite a bit, and I didn't want quite that bleed. I don't mind the bleeding for watercolor, because that's the beauty of watercolor, all that dripping. But here, I want a little bit more softness. So I'm going to go with Bermuda Bay right here. And another reason why you want to wet the paper first, if you don't wet the paper, you get a big like drop of the ink, and it makes like an imprint darker, and I don't like that. So now I'm going to come here and just go darker right here, because that's where the line was. Now I'm going to come right here on top of my yellow, because that was yellow there. That's what we stamped with. Now we're going to come over here and do this one. So I just want to wet this. I know for some of you, you're going to say, the blue don't go there. Yeah, it's going to be pretty, I think. We'll see, right? I shouldn't say nothing till I'm done, but I think it's going to be pretty. Okay, this one, it's darker and I want it lighter. So what I do, I'm just squeezing the water here. And then I'm going to come and get some water, some color off to get lighter right here. And then I'm going to get a little bit more of the blue and come right here. And you see right here, that's where I didn't have much water. And you can see where I started the dot. But that's, I think for a butterfly, it's going to be okay. I need to cover a little bit of the yellow there. So let me make sure I get the water there. And I'm going to cover that right here. Here we go. Now I'm going to use the mango. Mango is going to come right here. This is my mango here. And my mango and daffodil, it's almost the same. So I'm going to be playing a little bit more. I want to get more of that off here. Here we go. Need a little bit more here. It's a lot easier to add more than taking off. Don't worry about where I went off because we're going to do a background. So I'm not worried about that. Got a dog hair. That's a bonus at my house. Okay, to be honest, I think I'm going to pick oh, here it is. I get a little bit more red. I'm going to add, you know what, with this, I'm going to add a tad of Poppy Parade. Poppy Parade, because I want a little bit darker because I feel that it's too much like the daffodil. So here we go. So by the time we're done, it won't be no line at all. So I don't know if you can see, I should put maybe my thing there so you can see how I wipe this. Okay, now we're going to come right here and do right, oh, I need more water. We're going to, right here, I'm putting my water. And because I had used the mango first, that's what I'm going to do. Try to keep it about the same. And now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the but Poppy Parade. So if you don't like, you don't like messy look, this won't be for you. If you love like that dripping watercolor and so on, this should be for you. See here, it was not all the way dry, so that's why I got this little bit more, but I think it's going to be good by the time I'm done. I'm going to come and add a little bit more here. Okay, let me dry that again a little bit. And I always go in the back, so that flattened my paper. Here we go. Talk about bright. You guys must be shocked because I've been using a lot of bright color. Now, I'm going to come this one here, all this here, going to be in the yellow. I was trying to think here. But I want a lighter. Okay, I'm going to let that dry, and then we're going to come and add the lines there. I need to put more at the top. Okay, now I'm going to come here. Here we go. I try to remove those lines, okay? Now, right at the top, I'm going to add a little bit of the blue to bring the top and the bottom there. Here we go. And we're going to add some orange in this here. Well, orange, the Poppy Parade there. You know what? I'm going to have to dry because it's too wet. It's going to really bleed. Like I said, normally, you see I'm wiping this and add water here because I like to start when it's wet. Usually I would let it dry in between my thing. Watercolor, it's nothing to be rushed about. For me, it's peaceful. I just love it. Okay, we're going to leave that like that for now, and I'm going to come back. More. Here we go. And then again here. See, I go and cover my yellow there so I don't see my line of yellow. And I need a little bit more water. Okay, my butterfly, it's a little bit the proportion here. Let's see what we can do. Right here, we're going to bring this here. Here we go. Okay, now, like I said, we're going to take, I'm going to start with the mango. Just because the mango with this going to be perfect. Yes, this is going to be perfect. I'm going to go and add those lines. It's funny, right? I said no line and we go ahead and add lines. And here, I'm just going to add that wiggly. You know, it's kind of darker at the edge. That's what I'm doing right now. Just go at the edge and I just wiggle. Do you see my brush? Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And over here too. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I'm going to remove this a little bit. And then I'm going to come back here. And we're going to go wiggle again. So I just take the edge and I wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Here we go. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, I think I need a little bit here. Not up here where it all run together. Let me try to fix this a bit here. I'm going to go get a little bit more of my daffodil there and try to blend this just a little bit here. Here we go. I need to add all those funky color they get, right? Okay, now let me... I'm going to leave that on that one. I'm going to use Seaside Spray. Or should I use Pool Party? You know what? Let me use Pool Party. I'm going to use Pool Party. And I'm very generous on my drop of ink. You don't need that much. Let me dry this a bit. And the reason why I go in the back, it's going to flat my watercolor paper. Okay, now this here, you really want to start with wet. If not, you're going to have all those gloss. So what I do by bite size. What I mean by bite size, it's whatever I think I can do before it's really dry. So now I'm going to come here, my Pool Party, make sure I get plenty of water. See? Plenty of water. And then I'm just going to do my background. So that's why you really want to dry your image. You can do flower, you can do whatever, butterfly, it doesn't matter, but you want, and then I want this to be marble, so I don't want to all go equally, so I'm going to let it dry naturally, and then we're going to marble more. Oh, now I need to wet my paper again, and I'm not worried about my antenna here, because I think I'm going to add with the Stampin'Up. If you can see, it's almost dripping water when I do my background. Now, and you see I add water with my ink there because I really just, this is what I call the filler of wash. So, and you want it marbleized a bit, so don't worry if it's not equally. Now I'm going to dip. Now I'm going to keep on adding here. I like it when I get that marbleized too with my watercolor, so we're going to try to add that here. Add a little bit there. You don't really want to touch the dark color or the yellow in that, because yellow and blue are going to make green. Oh, there I got a chunk, that's okay. Because you see, I didn't wet my surface there, so I got that chunk that I didn't want, but we're going to make it work. Okay, now that I got pretty much everything, well, kind of dry, I'm just going to add more, just to give a little bit of marbleized. So I just go here and there to add more of the color, not equally. You see, I just go randomly. Go. And then we're going to dry this, and then we're going to do our grading on top of this, like I did the other one. So it's going to have to be very dry. So I'm going darker at the bottom so it's cover my mistake here. It's not a mistake, it's just change your mind as you go, right? Here we go. So now let's dry that, and we're still going to have to put his antenna, because right now he kind of look funny without his antenna. See, the blue, I use the whole shebang. That's rare I do that, though. Usually I'm so generous on my ink. I'm surprised I use all that. Okay, let's color this. The back, don't forget to do the back. And when you see it curl, turn it around. And personally, I love to let it naturally dry. Okay, you see how it's all like kind of blue, 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 blue. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my, oh, that's hot, dang it, my spritz water. I'm going to put that here. Not the front, the back. I really did burn myself there. Spray the back. So now this is going to, see, now it's curling up, so now this is going to help it flat this down. See, it starts to go down, down, down. So that's how, if your watercolor paper, it's all like curvy, that's how you can flat your watercolor paper. Go from the back. Voila. See how much it went flat? Very much so. Okay, now I'm just going to take a little bit, just barely wet your brush. Take just a little bit, and if you still can see it, just add. Here we go. If you cannot see it, you know what? It's nothing wrong with you draw your own. And if they're not equally, that's okay. It's art. It's not a machine made. Here we go. So now, I think it's dry enough. We're going to stamp our hello. Let me grab that set. That is from Good Morning Magnolia. We're going to stamp our hello. And just because it's watercolor paper, you know what? Let me bring my Stampin'Up. That's going to help. I like to have this in the back to keep my plate down. And we're going to decide about where I want this. I want to overlap it on my butterfly. Here we go. Now I'm going to use Stays On. Oh, that's my brown. I don't want the brown. Sorry. I want the black. I want the black. I want the black Stays On. And we're going to smack that down. And I'm going to give a few layers of the ink. Oh, that was pretty good. Because usually on watercolor paper, to get a deep image, you want to stamp it a few times. So that's why when it's watercolor paper, I absolutely love my Stamparatus. And you see me, I'm a corner girl. I'm not, I don't use the magnet much. I use the corner, I'm going to say 99% of the time. I'm just not a corner. That's it. Here we go. Now let's put that away. And let's see how we're going to finish this card here. And now, if you're wondering what the heck I'm going to do with that ink, well, I'm just going to rinse it underwater, and it's all going to be good. My clear block is going to be good. Or another thing that you can do, you can take baby wipes. I want to do the baby wipes right now, just in case I need more for some reason. So, oh, look at that. Okay, we're going to do black. And let's see what is the measurement of this. This year measure, I said 3 3/4, right? Okay, 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to go at 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Just a little black border there. Perfect. And then I brought the bay, and I need some yellow. Absolutely need some yellow. So let me see what size is this here. That's 4 1/4. Okay, let's go at 5 1/2. It's going to be sideways. We can do that. Nothing say we cannot do that. Okay, let's see if I want this way. And so now you see how I decide which color to go where and so on. Okay, I want the yellow. So now my yellow is going to be, I'm going to put the yellow at 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. And I decide I'm going to trim this here. This here going to get trimmed at 3 1/2. This is going to get trimmed at 3 1/2. And then on each side, because it's going to be 4 3/4, I'm going to take some about a little bit on each side. 4 3/4. Okay, now 3.5, and I'm gonna go at 3 and 5/8, 3 5/8 by 3 5/8. Right? Would that be 4/7/8? Okay, let me this, and that's going to be at 5, but that don't make sense. Okay, that to be at 4/7/8, 4/7/8. To have the right proportion. I just want a little bit, see my paper was still wet a little bit. So it's, so I just got a sand block that I use if that's the case. Here we go. So I just want, just say I get a little border on the black. Just a little nice border, okay? Now, my yellow is going to be 5 1/4 by 4. That's right. Okay, I think we got it. So let's try to mount this together. And watercolor paper, if you use glue, it doesn't matter which glue. I wouldn't recommend snail, to be honest. I would use tear and tape or Tombow. You want to go right at the edge of the paper. Here we go. And we're going to add some bling on this. Absolutely, we're going to add some bling. See, it did look kind of blah, but, and you know what? I told you I would add a little bit more and maybe something. And I think I need, oh, not this, my red here. I just need a little bit of red right here. I need to balance my red. You see, I just added one of the spot there, and I think it needed that because the red was too heavy at the bottom, so I wanted to balance that. Now, let's mount this. Oh, it was another, I guess it's a sidecar tonight, and we're going to put this needs to be removed. It's in my way. We're going to use the daffodil that measure, ooh, that's not big enough for a card base. 1 minute, not good size. Okay. So let me do a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. We're going to score that at 4 1/4. And let me reach up white. If you guys like bright color, yeah, I don't do bright color often, but you know what? Lately, I've been on a kick of bright colors. How weird is that? I guess it's because we've been stuck inside. I need to bring the sunshine to y'all. And right here, I think I can snag that here. Here, I need to go get some blings. We're going to add some blings to this here. Oh, that turned out pretty, I think. Okay, let me add some blings. Do I have some? I got a bunch of blings started. Now, here we go. Oh, that's all the same size. Okay. I'd like to have some smaller one. I got the itty bitty. That's the same size. Okay, let me use that size just because I cleaned all my stuff and I don't know how many packs open. Okay, so I'm gonna start with 3. No, I need some little one. and I got some tiny one here. So that's the old one, but here we go. I'm going to put his little eyes there. Okay, two like his little eyes. Now I can do his body. Now I'm going to do one. And, oh, this one, the glue was sideways. Let's try to fix this. Come back here. Two. And three. Here we go. Now I got the little one. I think that, oh, you know what? Let's back up the bus here. I'm going to use bottle blue, and I'm going to use the dark. I want a little bit darker than that. So I'm going Bermuda Bay dark. There we go. Now we're talking. Here we go. Now, because I don't want to have the same color than the eyes there. So, usually I would say let that dry. I'm going to go sideways. Hopefully I can do it. I like to do it with my my tools, my pick tool. But because they are attached together, it's my old rhinestone. What do you think about the rhinestone? I think that adds quite a bit. You guys tell me yes on rhinestone, or you thought it was better without? Comment, maybe everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to go 5 right here. Here we go. So now let me remove this, and inside it's a hello, and this is perfect. Always thinking of you. So let's do that. I don't think that thing never saw the ink, never been put together. So tonight is the night. I'm going to put that together. Oh, I can use a little bit bigger, I think. Okay, and I'm going to use Bermuda Bay. Let's see here. Oh, that's pure luck, because really the thing was smaller. Always thinking of you. That's perfect with the hello, right? And voila. I could have stamped the corner of the flower, the butterfly, but I think here we go. So this one was in Rococo Rose, So Saffron, and a little bit of Melody Mango also. So that is it. So a little bit of the bright side for you. So we're going to call that a little bit of sunshine. You know what? I just noticed I should have brought you guys a little bit closer, but let me bring you that a little bit closer so you can see. Here we go. So now you can see a little bit better. So you see, you don't even know, oops, see where the line was. So that's why it's called no line watercolor. So that's about, oh, let me, here we go. Now let me flip you up and around. It's going to be dark. Let me do just a little bit of magic here. And I'm going to be able to see you, or you're going to be able to see me. I don't know which one it is. Here we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now, like I said, I never know when I'm going to pop in. When I do like a big class and so on, absolutely I know when I'm going to pop in. But on unannounced like that, the best way to know when I'm going to get live is subscribe right below. Subscribe to my YouTube. After you subscribe, click on the bell for notification and click yes, you want to get notified when I go live or so on. Oh, it's unable to connect chat. That's why I don't see nothing. That's weird. Let me see if I can see the chat. No, it say I cannot see the chat. So I'm going to read that after. So I hope you enjoyed that. And again, yeah, just right below, click subscribe. Don't forget, if you want the PDF for this project, tomorrow it's the last day. So thank you so much and have a lovely, lovely evening. Until next time, happy stamping, my friend. Bye-bye for now.